action?
Yeah.
There you go.
Should be solid.
Big money right there.
Alright, sick. So these are our BC Racing BR series coilovers. Shout out to them because this is legit my first sponsor piece. Oh, and they sent a ton of stuff. We got a air freshener right there. Fun part. Nice. Oh, dude, they came with end links? Tyro links? What are these?
Sway bar links.
Sway bar links? Sweet.
Look at those cute little guys.
Dude, those are sick.
That's for the rears. We got the fronts. Another front. These are clean. And another rear. Alright, cool. Well, this is going to be interesting. I've never installed coilovers, but Cam might come and help us a little bit because I'm kind of new with this. I'm going to put this box back in my trunk and we're going to get to work. Alright, so right now I'm just breaking all the nuts loose before I go ahead and take them all out with the ratchet. We're gonna need 19s. These are both 19s. So we're gonna disconnect these, disconnect this, pull this down out of the way, and then that's gonna leave your like brake disc and everything hanging. Then you're gonna take your brake line off of that, and then we're gonna undo these 3 top hat nuts, and then this whole strut thing should just come right out. Oh god, thank God! I was really hoping I wouldn't smash my arm. Also, because we're going to be swapping out these end links for the ones that came with the coilovers, you have to take them all the way off. Pretty simple, it's just 2 nuts on the end link here. There's your end link, and these are going to be replaced with these much beefier and adjustable links right here. Pretty nice.
Sometimes, usually they're sold separately, but
yeah. Well, BC includes them. So if you want suspension for your car or your BRZ, go check out BC Racing because they have the nicest stuff. Alright, so next we're going to be taking off the top hat nuts. So super simple. I'm just going to get them started. I'm not going to completely take them off yet. And now that I have these just kind of loose and not completely loose, I'm going to go and remove the 2 bolts, the through bolts on the lower part of the stock suspension. Got to remove the brake line from where it's sitting on this stock suspension. It's weird. These ones have like their own bracket instead of it just being like slid on. It's so nice having a newer car because like none of the bolts are rusted. Super convenient. I might actually need, there we go. Okay, one come out. There we go. Okay, so let's see how this is gonna fall. Okay, all right, cool. All right, so then there's one more thing you gotta pop out here. Oh, are these clips? Oh, don't tell me they're clips. Randall just helped us get this little line off here. So there's these 2 brackets. This one you have to go behind this part right here, and you have to squeeze this to get it off. And then the other one is just this clip where you push into that gap right there, and it'll release this arm, and you can just pull this straight up. But make sure you get these out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and remove this strut, and then we're gonna go ahead and measure. Then we're gonna be measuring the distance and setting up our new suspension. Be super careful not to drop anything. Do not want to lose it. All right. Out. Okay. And here's our stock suspension strut. Sick. All right, let's bring these over. So we previously went out and measured what we want the drop to be, and I'd like it to be a little bit on the spicy side. So we're gonna do 1 3/4 inches on the fronts and 1.5 inches in the rears. But I'm gonna use this to adjust my front left first. Left.
Probably a better way to do this, but this is the way I've always done it. And so I'll go from, let's just say we're gonna do the top of the top hat, right? Where it's gonna sit inside the body of the car. I'm gonna throw it up there. I'm gonna measure. Let's go near the bolt too. So, I mean, if we go to the bottom, what would probably be more precise, honestly, is to measure to the center of this. It's crazy how much a little bit of change here looks in person. Once you get it mounted, you're just like, this doesn't seem like it's gonna do much, and then it does way more than you expect, and you're like, oh, I should have listened to what I should have done originally. Alright, come grab me if you need me.
Yeah, thanks for the help though.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've got these all dialed up now. We did both of them. Put these side by side. That is how much lower the car's gonna sit. And it has to settle too. Oh man, I didn't think of that. It should be fine. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and install these. Literally for the front struts, if you're using this for an install video, just copy what I did on the left one, but just do it to the right. And then we're gonna go ahead and tackle the backs. Okay, and real quick, you definitely need to torque this down properly before you or to put your wheel back on. So we got super fancy Randall's snap-on torque wrench. So what you're gonna do is set your torque wrench to 114 foot-pounds, and the 114 foot-pounds are gonna be for both of the through bolts in the strut right here. The top hat nuts are gonna be 17 foot-pounds up at the top. 114, 17, and the sway bar end links are gonna be 33 foot-pounds each. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that up real quick, and then I'm not gonna show you guys each strut in the front, but I am going to show you guys really quickly how to do the back too, because you don't need to see it done twice. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this one, do the other side, and then we're going to go to do the back, and then we finally get to drop it and put the wheels on and then drop it. Let's see if we measured it right, because it's going to be crazy with how low it is. But I also, if you're also wondering why I'm doing this before we put the wheels on the car, the wheels are still being made and they're probably not going to be done until late February or early March. So kind of sucks I have to wait that long for the wheels, but it's going to be so worth it. So had to get the suspension done first. So yeah, like I said, front ones are done, and then we're going to hit the rears. Fronts are done. Now we're gonna go do the back. That's really cool. Just gonna point out, DC sends you tools and stuff. It's a nice touch. We got the fronts done already, so that's out of the way. For the backs, it's looking a little bit easier. So it's just gonna be this one bolt, this through bolt, and this nut here that connects the strut to this control arm here. I always forget that term. And then we do have to go and find where the top hat bolts are. I might just have to just remove this little, I don't know what you call that, like a guard or whatever, but they may be in a trunk, so we're gonna find out where they are and then try and remove them. But for now, I don't know where they are. Okay, so we did have to rip apart like the back of my trunk to do this. When you remove this cover thingy, there's a few things you need to do. So first you need to get this out of the way. It's like a little foam piece. And then if you look on the inside, there's gonna be just these normal little pop clip thingies that you need to detach from right here. I don't know if you can see that on my finger, and right there. And then you can just grab this and pull it aside. You might have to come around the left side of me to see this. And then you got these two bolts, one right there and one right there, and you just remove those two. And then you come under here and you remove that one bolt right there. And then that whole thing should just pop right out. So we're gonna do that real quick, and then we're gonna adjust the height on the strut. I'll show you how to do that too. And then we're gonna do the other one, it should be done. And then we get to do the reveal and see how low I went. Like sitting.
Nah, I don't think it'd be that low.
I don't know. We're gonna find out. You're gonna need to remove the rear sway bar end, like I totally forgot about that. So we remove this from here, and then this strut, if you push this down, disable, it just comes straight out. It's not pretty, but we got it out. All right, now we're gonna go measure this and set all the rest of the heights for the rest of the suspension. We got the coilovers adjusted properly, so I think you're gonna go put them back on the car. So they were the stock one. The distance measured between the middle of this hole and the top of the strut was 16.5 inches, and I wanted a 1.5 inch drop in the back. So we dropped these down to 15 inch, which is 1.5 inches from the top of the strut here to the middle right there. So that is more or less perfect. So we're gonna go over there and install these now. All right, I'm tired and disgusting, and it's getting a little late right now, but we got the front two sets on, and we got the rear one on, and we're just gonna go ahead and do this back one real quick. But I'm just gonna pick up the camera when we finish it, because well, actually, let me show you what the back one ended up looking like. So basically this is what it looks like. We got the whole strut in here. We went ahead and tightened up this, and all of our bolts are all torqued. And I went back inside of the trunk and I reattached all of the clips and everything, and the bolts on the inside of the top hat are all tightened to spec, so this is all good. Now the last thing to do is we're just going to do this coil, or this strut, off camera, and then we're going to show you the end result. Oh, that's the world's saddest effort, putting a freaking wheel back on. Easy, right?
You won't know right away.
Yeah, that's
It's gonna be close.
It still has to settle. That's underwhelming. Did I not lower it enough?
I'd go drive it. Go hit a bump or two and then see where it sits, but it's definitely not going to move in time.
Oh, wait, no, I'd have to disconnect the...
You have to come back, throw it up, take it off.
Okay.
Welcome to car life.
Oh my god, welcome to Coilover life. Alright, we're back at Cam's house today. We're doing round 2 of the coilovers. We're just gonna take the wheels off real quick, and then I'm gonna try and adjust these as fast as possible. We're gonna slam it today, hopefully. We can get another 1.5 inches out of these coilovers is kind of what I want to do. We should have plenty of room if you look at the gap in between here. I also don't know how it's gonna fit with the new wheels when we eventually do that, but we'll get to that when we get there. The drop was a little underwhelming, so I'm gonna measure the gap in between here. I'm gonna measure it from the bottom, right in between this. It looks like 3 inches, so I'm gonna drop it down to 2 inches. And we're actually gonna go with 1.5, so we can do a 1.5 inch drop from the last time. Because a 1.5 inch drop from 3 inches is 1.5 inches of space between the bottom of this right here and the top of this ring. Right there. Get his hand tight. On this stuff, and I really shouldn't, but if anyone ever sees me and you want to come bring me one, please do, because I need it in order to live.
Just craving a McDonald's right now. Do you want it?
Bro, I actually am insanely hungry, and I definitely could go for something right now. You're gonna break my McDonald's streak, dude. I haven't had McDonald's in like 2 years. Let's do it.
Well, you want to go somewhere else? Or I can go get it, or whatever.
Yeah, I don't care. We can take a quick detour.
What are you thinking food-wise? Do you want that, or you want to go somewhere else? Or? Do you want me to go pick it up so you can keep going?
Yeah, why not? I guess I probably should go as fast as I can. Yeah, you're letting me use your lift, your tools, and you're gonna be at McDonald's?
Yeah, bro.
You guys gotta find you a Cameron. I'm trying to finish this so that when he gets here we can drop it. It's gonna be close. Alright, mid-McDonald's munch. We're gonna lower this. Well.
Wait, we yeah, we'll do the things.
Alright, are you ready?
We are ready.
Here we go.
Woo!
Look at that. Perfect.
The rear.
Damn. If you ain't tucking, you ain't.
Is this okay?
I think that's fine. That's totally fine. It'll settle maybe another 1/4 inch or so. Maybe.
We need to get it off the blocks.
Yeah, we'll get up the blocks.
All right, now pull forward. You're riding dirty in the front.
Not even just barely under a 2-finger gap. And then the front, not even.
Not even.
Perfect, dude. The last thing we got to do, just real quick, we got to like properly torque all the bolts or the lugs on the wheels. and then we're gonna be good to drive home. This thing is so sick.
Randall's claim to fame is that they use this snap-on torque wrench at NASA.
At NASA?
I don't know, Randall. They definitely didn't buy the green one. I'll tell you that much.
This is insane.
Right down the street, make sure she's all right before you take off. Wait till you get some stance with the wheels. Oof. Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
So nice, dude. All right, well, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'll close the gate.
All right, cool. I'm gonna end it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed slamming the BRZ. If you did, definitely hit the like button. But I'm gonna end it right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you later.